Hey loves, welcome or welcome back to the channel. It's Jeopardy here with Stuart Well Budgeting. Listen, it's been a minute. Well, if you've been watching my shorts, then not really. It's really not been that long since I've been away. But as far as a sit down video, it's definitely been a while. Sorry that the lighting may be off. Got the studio light up there. Tried to get it so that it wouldn't shine too much into my glasses, but y'all know we here. We here. First of all, I have missed y'all in this type of a setting. It's been a minute since I brought you any numbers, any cash stuffing, any savings challenge, any budgeting videos. Don't worry, all of that is still going on, but I have just been in grind mode, and we'll get into a little bit about what I've been doing behind the scenes. If you've been watching my shorts, then you know just a little bit about it, but I'm going to get into that today. So over here on this channel, we do all things budgeting, cash stuffing, debt payoff, money management, savings challenges. What else? Did I miss anything? I don't know, but that's what we do over here. So if that is content that you're into, feel free to stick around for the main of the video. Let's go. All right. So, first and foremost, it has definitely been a while since I have come to you all with a video. I feel like I'm not in the middle. Since I have come to you all with a video, and it's literally because I have been getting Steward Well Advisory Group off of the ground. And I have been working diligently behind the scenes with my business. Let me put this up because it's okay. I've been working diligently behind the scenes with my business. For those who don't know, I have actually just celebrated 10 years. 10 years in my career field. I received my certificate and my award, or whatever you want to do, for 10 years of service on last Tuesday. So I'm excited about that. I've been in the finance field officially for 10 years, and I am excited about that. It was a big milestone for me because first and foremost, I have been in my field, of course, for 10 years, but before I got into what I do, I knew nothing about it, right? So understanding what it means to search for best value, um, and identifying, weighing the pros and cons of. I don't really want to go too much into what I do. For those who don't know, I work in procurement. Okay. So if you don't know what that is, go and look into that. But that's not what this video is about, right? So I don't want to harp on that too much. But I work in procurement. Okay. So we look for best value, right? Negotiate contracts, work with both business and client, if you will, to establish the contracts, get a good situation going, a good relationship. That's the word I'm looking for, a good relationship going. I did not plan to get into this, which is why it may seem like I'm all over the place with it. And so looking at the money part of it, following the contract from the beginning all the way to the end, which is payment. That's just what I've been doing for years. I'm currently getting my degree in business management, which would be my second degree. My first one was my associate's, of course. And I'm not going to stop until I've mastered it in finance. So I have more schooling to do after I get this degree. But, you know, um, but I'm saying all of that to say about 3 or 4 years ago, when I first came across the budgeting community, um, at that time, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, which direction I wanted to take my life into. However, I was big at that time on stewardship, right? But I was focusing on the health side of it. I was trying to get my church active with a title that I launched, Fit for the Faith, right? So we were getting active, and I was, running kind of like exercising courses like at my church and things like that. And so I was all about stewardship, but I just hadn't tapped into the finance piece of it yet. And my life is kind of like a foreshadow of what was to come. But about 3 or 4 years ago, I come across the budgeting community on YouTube, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have found my people. I've been following Dave Ramsey for a while, but I never really took the time to be like, let me rake it all in. Obviously, under business management, you take personal finance courses, you take accounting, you take all the things related to finance. But when I officially seen it on YouTube and saw it being put into action, I said, okay, this is my community. This is where I belong. And so I started to take it seriously. And so for the past 3 to 4 years, I have taken it seriously, and I've gotten a zeal and a heart and a compassion to not only help others on this, to help myself on this journey, but to also help others. I was paying off thousands in debt. I was saving thousands, right? My life had changed drastically. And I'm so glad it did when it did, because if it didn't, when I was receiving the increases at my job, I would not have known how to handle those things, right? So I started to become a better steward over what God had given me, the resources that God had given me. And so, I had launched and I'd done my business. I started Shop Deb Renee, which is now the Deb Renee Collective over on Etsy. Still selling products there, all the things. I have a product coming soon that I'm excited about. But even though I was excited to do the creative side of things, it wasn't feeding me. It wasn't feeding my soul the way that I needed to, right? I enjoyed making the products. To this day, I still have the inventory and things like that sitting in here. Like, I still love the products. I still do them myself. I love all the things, but it wasn't feeding me. And so one day, God really, really had me to hone in on the principles of biblical stewardship. And he told me with a focus in finance. And I was like, okay, God, let's see what you're talking about. And he just kept drilling Proverbs 21 and 20 from the Amplified version, but it means the same thing. 21 and 20 in my mind. Precious treasure and oil is in the house of the wise who prepare for the future, but a foolish man swallows it up and wastes it. And he was just letting me know, I want you to teach people what you have learned, what you have built over, because the crux of procurement, especially for the place that I am employed, is to ensure that we are getting the best for the buck, if that makes any sense, right? Making sure that we can get the best work done for the cheapest price. You understand what I'm saying? So managing that in the career field that I was in, now having to bring that into a personal finance space, it was an easy transition for me. And so it was, I want you to start encouraging and teaching others what you have now learned, because the reality is, even if they did teach me an economics class or teach me a personal finance class when I was in school outside of college, I was not paying attention to it. So I did not, come into my adulthood understanding credit and debt. And I had allowed myself to get into some crazy situations. Indeed, truth. Okay. But so I said, okay, you know what? It's time to make a change. It's time to like really start doing something different. And so that's what I did. And so when God told me to do that, I said, okay. So I started to, research and get an understanding of biblical stewardship. And you've seen me bring videos to you time and time again talking about that. You've seen me budget my own money. And you've seen me come to you about my debt payoff. You've seen me save and cash stuff and talk to you about how often I had to keep resetting with my finances. Every time I turned around, I had to reset and reset and reset. And so one day God sat me down and said, no, you got to come up with a plan. You got to come up with a strategy. You have to figure out how you're going to stop having to reset every single month. You're going to break the habit of having to live paycheck to paycheck. And so I said, okay. So I took some time. And, the times where I was posting like every other month or once a month, I was doing some realignment, some restructuring, some refocus. And a long story short, it took me from having Shop Deb Renee as my main focus and what I was doing, but it wasn't feeding me, to Steward Well Advisory Group, which is my business now, which is also, I have marked as swag, right? So SWAG, Steward Well Advisory Group. And I've launched the swag method. Okay. And in that method, it just talks about stewardship, wealth building, accountability, and generational impact. And so it's really honestly about getting people who feel like they constantly have to keep starting over, like I did. People who are tired of having their money control them and they not have control over their money. People who are exhausted with the weight and the responsibilities of their bills, right? And I said, you know what? Those are my people. Those are the people that I'm set to help. Not the people who, feel like they got it all together. They don't need no help. That's fine. I'm not for you. But I am here to help those who are serious about getting a handle on their money. And so I've had to, do some in-depth research, get some in-depth understanding myself. I've had to put into practice the things that I'm like, at some point I'm going to have to teach. So I had to do my own building, my own number one character building, my own breaking of some bad habits that kept me in the same cycle. I had to, readjust and pivot often so that I can find that sweet spot for me that would help me to be successful in this financial stewardship journey. And when it was time for me to launch, in March 2026, I officially launched the Steward Well Advisory Group and the swag method. And it has been a joy. It has been a joy. So initially, when I launched, and this is not a business promo, by the way, this is me updating y'all on where I've been, why I've been there, and letting you know how things are going to look going forward. Okay, this is not a soft plug, even though if you do hear something in this video that triggers your thought to say, hey, that may be something I'm interested in, no problem. Hit me up. I got you. Okay. So I launched the swag method, and that was back in March. And so I'd done the advertising, the videos, and all that kind of stuff. And I've become more consistent on the reels that I posted. Not necessarily on the long form content, but on the reels that I've been posting across my socials. I've definitely become a lot more consistent in that, literally posting like every single day. And I was able to do that because for Shop Deb Renee, if you remember, I was doing a 30-day small business challenge where every single day I was posting my videos. That was around the time that I was thinking to myself, I want to clear this inventory so that I can start transitioning. So if you remember that way back when, without me telling you all directly, is when things really started to kind of shift in my mind. Like, okay, I know that I'm shifting and I'm pivoting here. So doing those 30 days consistently showed me that I indeed can be daily consistent with the content that I post. I just have to go ahead and record it. I have to do what I have to do, right? And short form content, which is the reels and the shorts, became so easy to me because they're a quick edit, they're a quick film. I can, write the script, do what I ever have to do, and I can produce it, right? Come up with the creative ideas. If y'all see me running in the field, come up with that. You see me in Ulta having that internal dialogue, coming up with all of that kind of stuff. And it's not easy, but it is worth it, if I'm being honest with you. And it brings me joy, right? It brings me joy. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a writer. I wanted to be a director, a producer. I wanted to do all the things. And so getting to write, direct, and produce my own content, I love it for me. So if you have been watching my reels and my shorts, go ahead and put a thumbs up or something down in the comments. Let me know that you have been watching and you've been following along. I thank you all for your support. Okay, so with that being said, I got another field video coming soon. Okay. I haven't recorded it yet, but I'm in the process of getting the script together, so you'll see that one soon. But nonetheless, I said, okay, it's time to shift and time to pivot. So I started to promote the 12-week founding cohort. And what that is pretty much what that pretty much is 12 weeks where I have people who have applied, interviewed, and been accepted into the cohort to be able to walk literally 12 long weeks. That's 3 months. That's 90 days. Okay. That's 100. That's 90 days. What just happened? My mind just went turn off. Okay. Yeah. So that's 90 days. Oh, that's so crazy. So 90 days, it's a 90-day reset, and it's where I'm walking hand in hand with them through their finances, through learning how to budget and looking at their numbers, because a lot of the times we don't look at our numbers. Honestly, if somebody was to come to you, if you're watching this video and somebody was to come to you and say, you just for your bills alone, how much are you kicking out every month? What you gonna say? What's your response? Do you know your numbers, right? And so it has been a journey of getting them to understand where they are in their numbers so they can understand where they're going. And I'm going to walk with them hand in hand through the process as their accountability partner while they're on this journey to ensure that they are making strides to being better stewards of their finances. Okay. And so the 12-week cohort officially launched on May the 1st, and we have just completed week number 2. And it has been just so fulfilling. Now, I told everybody, listen, I can be a tough cookie. There's no doubt about that. Not because I am mean, but I think y'all can tell, like, I'm not a mean person, right? I'm sure y'all know that. But because I'm serious about helping them. You understand what I'm saying? So if you making decisions that are not sound for your finances and for your budget, I'm going to bring you in. I'm going to lean you in and I'm going to say, baby, that's not working for you. I might even tell you, you can't afford to eat out. You can't afford to not budget. Huh? Right? I have those realistic conversations. And the first 2 weeks have been absolutely amazing. The cohort is currently closed because we've already started it. But I enjoy the clients that I work with. And so I have not been as active over here because I am giving them a lot of my time because this is the founding cohort. So this is the first cohort that is launched, and it was completely free. I did put that out there. So if you missed the cohort part, my apologies to you, but it was free. And for them, I'm just offering them this process. And then they've agreed to, at the end, kind of share their story of how, the transformation has affected their life, right? So kind of like a give and take. And we walk hand by hand for 12 weeks straight, every single week. So that has also played a role into why I have not been as consistent over here, because I'm making time for my clients who I actually really, really want to hone in on and assist. Okay. All right. So moving on from that. But I said, you know what? There may be some people who are like 12 weeks is a lot to commit to. And I don't quite know if I want her in my business like that. I don't know her too much. That was completely understandable. So I said, let me go ahead and just create a 4-week self-paced method, right? You're getting pretty much the exact same thing outside of the one-on-one accountability coaching sessions. You don't get those in the self-paced method, but I do offer a encouragement or coaching video, one for each week of the program. So you get 4 separate videos of me coaching you through the process, navigating you through. You get your own workbooks, your own program dashboard. Okay, maybe I am doing a shameless plug here, but I'm saying, I'm just telling you what I have been up to. Okay, so I got those videos recorded, I worked hard on the program itself, the booklets, the videos, all of that kind of stuff, so that you can have something that you can do on your own in real time that will be effective for you in your journey. Okay. And so I built that product, put that product on the site, but then I started realizing what I need something where I can just and if you watch my dashboard video, which is literally the financial reset dashboard video that I posted right before this one, the actual video, not a short, it walks through everything that the dashboard does. But I was like, I need a hub, y'all. I have been that dashboard that I showed y'all, it's been getting a whole lot of use. It's been getting a whole lot of use. Do you understand me? Because it is a central hub where I get to see all of my numbers in real time after I have budgeted, after I have spent, after I have paid down some debt, after I've added to my savings. It is all right there for me to see. And all I have to do is put the numbers in and it calculates the things for me. It makes all of that makes sense for me. So I said, I don't want to just gatekeep this, right? I want somebody else to have access to it. So I said, let me just go ahead and throw that up on here too. Okay, so I put that on the website too, available for you if you'd like to have it. On all the products on my website, look at the product description. It literally gives you I wanted to make sure that it did before you purchase, gives you a detailed description of what that product is offering you, right? Okay, and so then I'm like, I want to do a 30-day financial challenge. I'm doing it for myself. Let's throw that up on there. And so my business has gone from not only the tangible products, because I definitely do still have those over on Etsy under the Deborah Collective. They are still there. So if you still want to get your hands on your savings box, right? If you still want to get your hands on that, if you still wanted to get your hands on the self-care savings, okay, don't embarrass me. Okay. If you still want to get your hands on the self-care savings challenge box, those are envelopes that I'm supposed to be doing next. So I have them outside of the box. If you wanted to get your hands on any of the challenges, this one is still my favorite. Let me get it. This one is still my favorite, the spinner. Okay. Okay, let me show y'all that it actually does spin, because like, what was it just doing? The spinner, that challenge is still my favorite, but all of that is still all available over on Etsy under the Deborah Collective. However, under Stewart Well Advisory Group, the products have become more digital based, right? The 2026 Savings Challenge is over there on Stewart Well Advisory Group, but it's become digital products because I want you to have access to it right away, right? That 4-week self-paced method, you get access to it. Literally, you place your order within a few minutes, you're getting an email with your order right in it. You can get started as soon as you purchase. The same thing with the digital. You can get started as soon as you purchase. And I told y'all, this is not a seller video, but I'm just letting you know what I've been working on and why I have been MIA. I enjoy this community. I enjoy being a part of this budgeting community. But the reality is my budgeting setup and all of that has shifted. It has changed. And that's in the coming weeks what my videos are going to be showing you, how things have shifted for me. And I'm excited about that. But the reality of the situation is I'm bringing you things that actually work for me as somebody who got tired of starting over again in the savings journey, over again in the finance journey, or I got tired of doing that. And so I developed something for myself that was life-changing. And I said, I don't want to gatekeep, I want to offer it. And so I'll put the direct link to the website down in the description box so that you can go at your leisure and, take a look around. And I'll also put a discount. Go and check the description and see if I decided to put a discount for my YouTube family. Y'all have been rocking with me and I am so appreciative of that. So I might go ahead and give y'all a discount. But check the description and see if the discount code is down there and you can use that at checkout with your order. But again, I'm not doing all of this for that purpose, but I'm just letting you know how things have shifted and where things are for me. So what does this all mean? It means that when I come back to you all, right, I still do budget with my wallet. That has not changed, even though I think it may be time to get, because, okay, it's nothing in here, okay? Payday is next week. All right, so don't judge me is what I'm trying to say. It may be time to freshen up these envelopes. Y'all know I done been rocking with these for a minute. And I see everybody refreshing stuff up on my timeline. Y'all can't leave me behind. I know that I have not been recording and bringing y'all content, but I've definitely been watching. And it's like everybody is doing a spring reset. And I'm like, y'all are not about to leave me back in the 80s. Let's go ahead and refresh. So that may look different by the next time that I show you all. I also have like sheets that look like this, right? Now, these are literally from my own sheets, obviously, but you can see like my logo in the center. You see swag, you see my logo in the center, the actual monthly budget sheets and things like that. So instead of actually bringing a full book that you all are used to seeing me operate from, I just took the new pages that I've created. And I'll be using them to bring you all my budget and things like that. So the sheets that you will see moving forward, they are available on my shop. I do actually have your ability to go and get the printable version of those sheets as well if you don't want to get the entire budget binder. But I'm just going to come to you. Things are shifting, things are pivoting, things are changing and have changed. And I want you to see the new setup. I have not forgotten you all. Again, I come over here with shorts and things like that, but I've just been in the grind of getting my business off the ground because they know Shop Deb Renee, but many don't know Stewart Well Advisory Group. I will also link the social medias for my business down in the description. And if you're on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok, I would greatly appreciate it if you also went and followed my business pages on those platforms. So I'll put those links down in the description as well. But yeah, I've been excited. I'm excited about this business venture. I am excited about helping people steward their finances. But that does not mean that just because I am now helping people one-on-one, that I get to neglect my Steward Well budgeting family. Y'all have been here. Y'all have been rocking with me, all 780 y'all. And I genuinely appreciate you. Can I just like stress that like more than once? I genuinely appreciate you for being here and sticking it out with me, even through sometimes my inconsistencies. And so I just want to let you know, we're getting back into the swing of things because I have shifted my availability, right? So my clients know that, I let them know that. So you may be getting videos starting on Mondays now, okay? Because Mondays are the days that I said, nope, I got to reserve that day. That day has been reserved. And so videos will be dropping on Mondays. Can I promise you more than one long form content video a week? No, I cannot. No, I cannot promise you that. However, Mondays will be the drop days. Okay. All right. That's all I had to say. Thank you so much again for sticking with your girl. I appreciate you. If you watch this video, I need you to do me a solid favor. Even if you do not purchase any products from my site, if you could just drop a like on this video. I am trying to let the algo know that I am in the room. I'm in the building. Okay? Go ahead and start moving this content, algo. Stop playing and move the content. Okay? So if you are watching this video, I don't even care if it was for 2 seconds. Well, by this time you've been watching for all 30 minutes. So maybe at the beginning of the video, I need to put something in there to tell them to like it too. But go ahead and just like this video. I would greatly appreciate it. It just takes literally just 1 second before you exit YouTube to just like the video. I appreciate you. If you a real supporter, you would go ahead and put some color heart emoji in that comment section. Huh? I'm not changing my YouTube name. It's going to stay Stewart Well Budgeting. I done changed it 311 times. I'm not changing it again. But put that in the comment section to let me know that you are really here to support your girl through all the crazy endeavors. I hope that this has not been bothering y'all this entire video, or that's going to just grind my gears. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. And I will be back very soon for another video drop. Until next time. You all be well. God bless you.